Jesus, this one, this one took forever to get on. welcome, welcome to another edition of Live with Gres. I hope everyone's doing well. And this is we kind of met each other. We chatted with each other 2 weeks ago, right? About 2 weeks ago. How you guys been? Hope everything's all right. Your neck of the woods. And this is first of all, thank you for watching the video. This is like kind of like a weekly hang, well, bi-weekly hang. Just kind of shooting the breeze, telling you, trying to make you guys laugh, having a few laughs, talking about TV, current events, crime news, what's been going on in my life, something that, probably you could try to convey it in a funny way. That's it. It's just a hang. This is kind of a new concept, new idea. Though we already had a few episodes of this, but I've done it before on this channel. It's called Evening, when I was just kind of driving around back when I was looking to move to Jersey. Man, that was some time ago. I can't believe we are already quickly approaching 2022. Jesus, 2022. Can you believe that? 2022 was 2022. Was 2021 better than 2020? I don't know. You ask many different people, they're all going to tell you different things. Some might say slightly better. Some might say completely better. Some might say not better at all. But what I could definitely tell you is it fucking flew by. Just like that. In a snap of a finger, it flew by. And that's why kind of you have to... We have to live in the moment and appreciate, every waking minute that we have, every day that we have. Take our time. Do not be in a rush. And this is just my opinion. Do not be in a rush. Take some time, smell the roses, slow down. And I know that it's sometimes easier said than done. We all have various responsibilities, places to go, but slow down. Take that extra minute or two just to kind of take a deep breath and take everything in and live in the moment. It's really it's really short, and look, it flies by. I'm gonna be approaching 41. I remember just being 20. I remember being 20. Now I'm 41. I remember my son just being born like it was yesterday. You have that vision. You have that etched in your mind. And it just... He's gonna be 5 now. Just like that. Of a blink of an eye. And one thing I could tell you guys, if you, I strongly believe this, record, and then record again. Everything that you could record in your day-to-day. I don't know if vlogging, if you're into that, and I know it's like sometimes some people don't like to be on camera, and it's like a privacy issue. You feel weird carrying a camera around to your relative's house, carrying a camera and recording out in public. Some of you may feel that it's weird, but you are, especially with kids, you are gonna have, like, in a sense, like a time capsule that you could look back on. Honestly, so I just always, you know, that's just me. I think it would be cool to have when, cause by before you know it, before I know it, we're gonna be old people. We're gonna be old people. We don't even remember. We're not gonna be able to remember what we had for lunch, much less what we did 10 years before. But with everything all recorded, all on tape, locked away on the interwebs, on YouTube, or even like just still sitting there on an SD card, you will have that memory. So if it's two things that I could tell you, just my advice: live in the moment, take a few breaths, enjoy the day more, don't be in such a rush. And the second thing would be record audio, just time capsules. Time capsules are going to be very, very cool to have when your kids become teenagers and young adults, and they want nothing to do with your parents, or they they hide out in their rooms. You always have those videotapes of when they were younger, the family trips, the family holidays, the day-to-day life, the memories. They will always be there. So those are the two things that I could recommend to you guys if I was giving a recommendation. Record, 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 and slow down. Live in a moment. I want to get back into, want to touch base, kind of give you a quick rundown, some funny stories that happened for me throughout the week. But I thought that we could play a little game, and you are more than welcome to play along with me. We're gonna give you some time to react, some time to think about it here, and it's gonna be fun because you know what, it's always fun on this channel. So let's do this. Okay. Pum pum pum. Name something. Name something you should never do naked. Name something that you should never do naked. Ready? Okay. Swimming. Well, you may say that is, unless skinny dipping is a way of life. Other than showering, I don't think I should be naked doing it. Cook bacon. Welding. Paintball. Using a torch. How about that? Things you should never do naked. Fencing. How about a snow ski? Woo! I mean, some might say go outside. Things you should never do naked. Going outside. Dance. Climb Mount Everest. Climbing Mount Everest might be tricky while you're naked. Frying sausages. Gardening with a pitchfork. Answer the door. Things that you should never ever do naked. You know, my neighbors would actually prefer that I stop doing my gardening naked, but that's how I get my all over tan. Just how I get tan overall. I cook. I kid. Jump barbed wire fences. Things that you should never, ever do naked. You're welcome. So, we also. Have you guys ever seen a skillet? You know, skillet. Just that big ironing, that big kind of cooking pan. It weighs like a gazillion tons. You know, the cast iron skillet. 13 reasons to own a cast iron skillet. 13 reasons. That's right. 13 reasons to own a cast iron skillet. 1. It's used for thousands of years. 2. No toxic fumes while you cook. 3. Can take high oven heat. Number 4. It's non-sticky. Who likes sticky, right? Number 5. It cleans up easy. Number 6. It's inexpensive. Number 7. Yes, I have a 7th reason. Browns food beautifully. Number 8, it's better heat distribution. Number 9, usable as a gift. Number 10, can cook multiple items at once. Number 11, usable over a campfire. That is true. And in a pinch is your last reason. It can even be used as a weapon. Ba-bing. Ka-ching. Right over the noggin. How about that for a wake-up call to scare someone away? You know, tell you a quick little story, and it seems to be already starting at the age of what, 4 and almost 5. 2 months away from 5. It does actually has started earlier that I noticed, but let me convey to you a very funny story. Funny story. I do want to tell you about Halloween. Funny story. We are in McDonald's, right? And in McDonald's, it's a Saturday. Of course, people are out enjoying the day and going to eat or whatever. So me, little man, my wife, we're sitting there. Little man eating his Happy Meal cheeseburger. Now, this is not the point of the story, but it was just a funny kind of secondary piece in the story. When he eats his cheeseburger, he kind of takes everything. He eats everything. He eats everything kind of one piece at a time. Meaning, so what that means is, so you think of a cheeseburger, right? As the pickle, he eats the pickles, fine. Um, eats the pickles. And then you have the cheese, the yellow cheese that he picks off. He picks at it and he eats the cheese. Doesn't even eat the meat sometimes. And if he does, he still picks at the meat and picks at the onions. He eats everything at it once at a time. Picks the onions, eats all the onions off the burger, and eats all the pickles off the burger. Eats all the cheese off the burger, but he doesn't eat it like a regular sandwich. Does not, for whatever reason. Does not eat it like a regular sandwich. It's quite comical if you look at it. I swear to you, he probably might be. And he takes his time, which kind of goes to the point where I was telling everyone where I'm here I am preaching take your time, but it could get a little bit annoying. Imagine picking at pickles, onions, cheese. that's a slow eat. Um, but nonetheless, yeah. So there we are. We're sitting, we're eating. Luke picking at his food. The cheeseburger Happy Meal. By the way, McDonald's, you got to step up your game as far as the Happy Meal toys. That's another subject for another time. So, he sees this girl. The girl is probably like, I don't know, 2 years older than him, right? So when you're looking at, let's say, 6 or 7 compared to 4 or 5, that's I think a considerable, little bit of a difference. Didn't stop my little man. He's staring at her, and eventually he like lets out a smile, smiles at her. Now I couldn't see what the girl was doing because she had her mask on, and I'm like, Luke, what are you doing? Stop being a flirt. And he's looking at me and he's like giving me like a little smile, and he turns back around and he looks at the girl again, and he's smiling at the girl like kind of like all bashful and whatever, and then turns back and then obviously just starts eating again. So we get up to then leave like a couple minutes later. At this point, the little girl and her family are eating, but they're eating like at the end of the McDonald's, and Lucas still sees the girl. So as we're leaving, he turns his head in the direction of where the girl is and makes contact with the girl. And we're leaving, going through the door to the car. He's walking, he's staring at the girl, and next thing we know, when we're in the car pulling out, the girl stands by, and as Lucas is going into the car, and rather as we're pulling out, she's staring, looking at the window as Lucas is going by. So, if I've been out of the loop, man, I don't know anything about how school goes nowadays. Now, I can tell you from the little bit that I've seen, and the whole sickness thing, and how the teachers kind of shrug you off when you have a question or whatever, a concern. But does flirting and does this start this early? I can't even imagine what age all this is going on. Because let me tell you, when I was in school as a 40-year-old man, way back when, we always thought, in kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, we always thought that girls have cooties. That doesn't seem to be what is going on in school nowadays. No, not by a long shot. Different, different time now. Woo. Definitely different time. So we got a flirt on our hands, and I am worried. worried that this kid's gonna be breaking curfew, running around. Oh man! But obviously that's way down the road, and at that point, I'll be sure I'll have gray hair and all of it will fall out. Even though hair on my side of the family runs great. Us men on our side always had a full head of hair, so at 40, I'm pretty darn happy. I still have my hair here. Goodness and cheers if any of you are having a drink, whether it be sipping your tea, sipping some coffee, a soft drink, apple juice, or beverage of choice. Cheers. The McRib is back. The McRib is back. Oh my goodness. And I explained, I wrote on social media, and I meant every single word that I said when I said that I love you. I love you, the McRib. I really do. One complaint that I will have, that I need you people, to participate in, workers of McDonald's. It's simple. Have a simple request. If you will be making my beloved McRib sandwich, please. It's simple. Please. Simple request. Make that sandwich with love and care and patience. When you love a McRib and you put care into making that sandwich, good things, good fortunes will come your way. Fully believe that. So let me tell you, I love the McRib sandwich. It's been back in my life. I love you, McRib. But those sandwiches, some of them, it just looks like it's slopped together. I've almost come to accept it with a burger, Big Mac, but that cannot be the case with my beloved McRib sandwich. Yes, McRib. Don't slop it together. Please. Please. It hurts us McRib lovers' feelings because we fully appreciate the McRib. And when we see a sandwich like the McRib that is not constructed, not put together with love, it hurts our feelings. Take care of the McRib. It's only here for a short time. I love the McRib. Oh, yes, I do. Random advice. Random advice, ladies and gerbils. From me to you. Always trust your gut instinct. Always trust your gut instinct. Every day we will encounter people in various stages of emotion. Some joyous, some depressed, others angry, and some sober. Now, it's up to us to handle how we filter their moods. Whatever they're going through, it's not their responsibility to alter their emotions to satisfy you. Be considerate, and if you have nothing nice to say nothing nice at all. Never let your fear be the reason you do not take chances. Get out of your comfort zone. Be good, beware. Wash your hands, use protection. Be good, brave. Wash your hands, use protection. Don't assume everyone was raised with the same values as you. Random advice for everyone. Sometimes I think we know, but it's always good to be reminded. Never use the word trust in a relationship. Trust is what you set up for someone. Use the word respect. It covers more ground. Other advice. When you're angry or having a bad day, stay to yourself or refrain from talking to anyone until you could cool off. This way you don't take it out on anyone else. Some random advice I could give you. And again, live in the moment and slow down. Enjoy things, videotape them. You want to hear about the naked man story? I know you do. Let's see. Just had the story here, ladies and gentlemen. And this story now comes out of, no, not Florida, New York. Firefighters rescued a man who was trapped inside a wall of a historic theater in upstate New York, the Syracuse Fire Department said. That's way up there, okay? It's not fine. Usually you would expect to hear this in Florida. Now, fire officials said the unidentified man is believed to have been imprisoned in the wall of the landmark for 2 to 3 days. Now, 2 to 3 days, 39-year-old was naked when first responders found him. Syracuse Fire Deputy Chief J. John Kane said. Syracuse police said that the man entered the building last Tuesday. At some point, they think he climbed into a crawl space and left and fell into a void in the wall of the men's bathroom. Now, early Friday morning, a worker at the landmark heard the man's cries for help and called 911. Firefighters broke through the wall and used a fiber optic camera to free the Entombed Theater visitor. He was rescued and taken to the hospital for evaluation. Correct headline: Pervert gets stuck while peeking into the men's bathroom. Only in New York. And how did he get behind a wall? You wonder. Many questions. That's what you get for being naked. Let's see here. How did he get there? Another question I wanted to ask. And how many rats did he see? I only two questions. Man, what are you doing to be you'll be stuck in a building like that? What are you doing? People do not learn. Now, speaking of the fact that I'm 40, they say 40 is the new 30 and 50 is the new 40. And all I know is the older I get, the more 9 p.m. is the new midnight. And with daylight saving time, just recently, it's like 8 p.m. now. For keeping it perfectly honest. Trick-or-treating was fun. I was dressed up as Michael Myers. My kid was dressed up as Captain America. My wife was in a spirit with a nice T-shirt that was Halloweeny with little kind of like a witch's kind of hat. So that was cool. The Michael Myers mask I have, I don't have it here. Was nice. It really was nice. As we were going trick or treating, there were a couple of kids that were like, "Wow, look, it's Michael Myers. It's a cool mask." Like a kid wanted to take a picture with me. I heard the mom say, "Cause, I had the mask on with like a gray hoodie covering it, and I was, you know, getting ready to take the picture, and then the kid got scared and walked away." So yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. This mask is a very good mask. It was like a cheap, like I think like $15 mask, but it's so believable that a lot of like kids got like taken aback by it. Yeah, and my kid was happy, got a lot of treats. That the neighborhood that we live in is the neighborhood that a lot of people would go to from neighboring communities into this community because it has all the big houses, all the expensive cars, and that's where they give the best candy, right? You know that, right? When you were growing up, sometimes mom or dad would tell you just hop into the car and you go to the rich neighborhood or the neighborhood where they give better candies. Well, that is our neighborhood, and Luke man got hooked up nicely with his candy. Um, so he had a fun time. We only did it for like an hour and a half. He was getting over a sickness, but man, he got hooked up with some nice candy. He really did. To be a kid again, right? Like, and I'm watching like what my kid's been playing. He has this thing that he's doing now, like a little project, play and a project and play for himself. He's taking out all like and mashing them up on the computer, all one brand of a specific car. So I believe, you know how we have like little cars like Hot Wheels and Matchbox. Well, this is not either of them. Cars begin with a letter M on the bottom, and we have quite a few because he has quite a few cards. So he's been looking at that, trying to kill some time and gather all of them. What he plans on doing with them once he gathers them, I do not know. Um, but yeah, listen, it's been real tonight. Thank you for taking a listen. Had a little bit of trouble signing on. That's why it's late and we're kind of a little bit shorter episode. But again, something to build on. And I had a great time. I hope you guys had a great time. I'll catch up with you in the next video. Please do subscribe. Mahalo.